Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today in this tutorial I am going to show you how we can create an AR app pretty easily in React Native with ReactVision Studio. ReactVision created ViroReact package, which is one of the most popular package to create AR application in React Native. But there was a problem, especially for an individual developer like me. As you know, for AR applications you need to create AR objects, and the AR objects are basically 3D models. So you need to create 3D models, and to create 3D models you have to learn some game engines like Unity, or you can source it from third-party markets where it is pretty difficult to get what you need, or there is another option. Obviously you can hire somebody who can design these 3D models for you, but that is not convenient and economical for an individual developer like me or a small companies also. So there was a difficulty to creating these AR models. Now React Vision solves that with React Vision Studio. So they have created a tool in which you can create 3D models pretty easily without knowing how to create the 3D models. You don't need to learn Unity, the game engine which I have just told you. So when they have launched it, it got my attention and I tried it immediately, and it is pretty exceptional. It is beyond my expectation and I'm pretty excited to show you this. And one of the best part is you can start using this tool for free, and you need to buy more AI credits when you generate more 3D models with AI. Now let's get started. Let's click on start building with Studio, and after clicking here I have already created an account in Studio, so that's why I have logged in over here. If you don't have an account you can create it, and after that within your dashboard you can create your teams. So here I have already created my team, but let's create a new team. So I'm naming it as AR Warriors, and you can select the team type: personal and business. Personal for individual. If you select business, then other members can join in your team. So you can choose whatever is suitable for you. I'm choosing business as of now. So here you can see I have this AR Warriors team. So previously I have tested AR Builders team, which is my personal team. Now within the team you need to create a project. So here let's click on create project, and here you need to provide a project name. Let's provide test. You can provide an icon, this is optional, and then occlusion, but this is also something which you can edit later. So there is nothing to provide right now. You can click on create project. So the project has been created, and now here within the project we can create scenes. Let's click on scene, and here we need to create a scene. Now let's provide a scene name, and the scene is that which will be displayed on your AR app. You can say it is an AR object. So let's provide a scene name. I'm providing AR object 1, and plane detection here I'm providing none. Let's create that scene, and here it is created. Now let's click here, and here you can see this is the platform, this is the tool where you can create the AR objects, 3D models, whatever you want. So there are different kind of assets. Here you can see you can add object to scene, which is text. You can create asset, upload asset, or import from asset library. So first let me use the text. So here let's provide a text. This is your first AR app. Now let's click on add text. So here you can see the text has been added. Okay, so this is the platform, right? So we can zoom in and out, we can move, right? And here also we have the options to move it, to rotate it. Okay, so all these things we can do over here in the editor, and that's how we can create the scene, and this text will be presented in your AR application. So let me first test it, and later on I will show you how we can create 3D models pretty easily with AI. Okay, so here I have created a new expo project, and here I'm running this npm run reset project command so that I can get rid of all of these extra files, and I don't want to move them to example folder. I want to delete them. Now the expo app have been created. Now we need to install the ViroReact package and configure it so that we can use this scene whatever we have created over here and will create, that can be used in our app. Okay, so now I will go to this Medium article, and here they have provided a guide to how to get started with this. And here at the bottom here I will add ViroReact package. So let me copy this command and I need to install it. And don't worry, I will provide this link, this article link, in the video description below. Okay, let me provide that command over here to install this React Viro package. So here in the package.json, here we can see that the package have been installed. Here it is. So this is the ReactVision React Viro package 2.55, and for the expo we are using expo SDK 55. Now after that, let's go here and we need to configure the expo plugin, and for that here we need to copy this, and then in the app.json here within the plugin, after this bracket, let's provide another one, and within that I can provide it. So here we have the details. Now after that we need to provide the API key and the project ID. And here for the Android we have this XR mode, AR and Quest. So what is that? Here they are also mentioning that AR is fine for an AR only build, and the Quest for the Meta Quest VR. And we are not building the VR application, so we can get rid of it. We can use only AR over here, like this or like this as well. We don't need to provide any array. We can simply just provide the string if we are using only one. If we are using VR, Quest VR, then we can only use the Quest. Right, now after that, here we need to provide the API key and the project ID. So let's go to our studio, and here we need to go back. We need to have the API key. And here in the team, when you select the team, that time you get these menus over here, and here you can see the API key. Now we need to create an API key. Let's provide a key name, test key, and let's create it. And here is the key, and you need to store the key, because after clicking on this done you cannot see the key, so you have to store it in a safe place. After copying it, let's click on done, or let me provide that here first. Okay, I have provided it. Now we can click on done. So here you can see the key is active, and here we can see the key, but it is not fully visible and there is no option to see it, so you have to store it, right? So the API key we have provided. Now we need to provide the project ID. So we have created the project, and this is the project. So within the project we can click on this edit button, and here we can see the project ID. Let's copy it and paste it over here. Now save it. Save this app.json file. Okay, now after that we need to create a pre-build, and here you can see we have all the options what we had previously. We can always edit and update that as we require. Now let's go to this, and here we need to import this studio scene navigator from React Viro, and then let's copy it. And for the scene I will copy this as well, and we don't need this alignment. Also with that I can provide scene ID. That is the ID for the scene. So here we have created the scene. Let's go to the scene, and here within this eye icon we can see the scene ID. Now let's copy it and paste it over here. Now let's save it. Okay, so that is the configuration and the app code which is required, nothing else. And now you need to create the pre-build, and to create the pre-build, let me copy this command and paste it over here, so that we have the Android and iOS folder. So here the pre-build have been done, and here we can see we have the iOS and Android folder, right? And here my real Android device is connected, and here I am mirroring it, and this is a Realme phone, so I need to run it. For that I need to provide this npx expo run android command. Okay, now hit enter, and it will take few moments, so let me skip it. So here is the app, and here we need to give the permission, so while using the app, and here we can see this is the text right? So whatever text we have provided in the studio, that is presented over here. And let's go to the ReactVision Studio. Here is the text, and that's how it is presented in the app, and that's how the AR object is behaving in the app. Now let's go to the studio. In the studio we can edit, format the text however we like, and that will be presented in the app. And by tapping on the AR object we can do some functions, such as we can navigate to different scene. So for that we need to create a new scene. So let's go back and now create a scene. So I'm providing the name AR object 2. Let's create it, and then here I'm providing another text. This is another scene, add text. Now let's click on add text, and now let's move this text, and this is the 3D environment we can see. And now let's go back and go to AR object 1, and here we will provide the on click function to navigate to another scene. And here in the on click function we can see there is no function, because here in the function we need to create a function first, then we can add that function. So here let's click on navigate to scene, and here we have target scene. So we can see here AR object 2, it is the scene which we have just created, and here we will see all the scenes which is available. So as of now we have AR object 2 scene is present, so that is the option we have. So let's select that, and now in the on click function we can see that function, navigate to AR object 2 function. So first we need to create the function, and then we can select that function for this on click function drop down. Now let's select this function, and now if I go back and reload the app, then here we can see this text, and then let's tap onto it. So after tapping it navigate to another scene. This is another scene. So that's how the navigate to scene is working. Now let's go to AR object 2 scene, and let me show you another function. So as with tap we have navigate to different scene function. Similar to that we have another function which is alert. Let's provide the title and then the alert message. This is an alert and the close button title. So I will provide OK. Let's create it. So the function have been created. Now in the on click function we can select that, right? So it have been selected. Now let's check it. So let's reload the app. Here is the first scene. Let's tap onto it. So we have navigate to another scene, and now let's tap it. Now after tapping over here we can see the alert. This is an alert, right? So this alert function is also working great. Now after this we are going to create a 3D model with AI. So now let's create scene, and let's provide the scene name 3D rocket, and let's provide plane detection, automatic detection, and we have the horizontal as default selected. So now let's create it. Let's go to this 3D rocket scene. Now we are going to create asset. So let's click on create asset, and here we have multiple options: create image, create 3D model, and image to 3D model. And we are going to use image to 3D model. So let's select it and let's continue. So here it will first create an image based on your prompt, and then from that image it will generate the 3D model. So here you can see the AI credits, and it will use 2 AI credits, one for the image and one for the 3D model. And we have the model selected, Nano Banana 3, and here I need to provide the prompt. I have my prompt ready. So let me provide that prompt. So here is the prompt: create a 3D cartoon style rocket in a simple background with no thrust, no planets around it. Also I will provide no planets or any elements around it. Now let's generate the image, and now it is generating the image. Let's wait for it, and here it is generated. So this is the image which is generated by our prompt, and if we want to change anything then we can describe that changes over here, and this is optional. If we provide any changes then we can select regenerate, and if we are satisfied with this current image then we can create 3D models from it. and I am satisfied with it. So let's create 3D model. So it will take some time, and here it is generating that 3D model from that image. It will take a while to generate the 3D model. So here the 3D model have been generated. So let me check. So that is how it is created. So now let me rotate it. And move it like this. So this is the scene, that is how I want it. Now let me get the scene ID. From here I can get the scene ID, and here let me provide that scene ID. So whatever scene ID I will provide here, that scene will load first. So now save it and then reload the app. Okay, so here it is, right? So here we can see this rocket. Now if we move here, then here we can see we have different kind of functions to it. So here we have multiple option: material, shaders, override model material. You can provide different kind of material, different type of look to it. Then you can enable physics on this asset. You can allow user to move this object. So there are lots of options present. And here you can create geospatial anchor. So that means in the world you can provide any point. So let me show it to you over here. So here is the map location. You can provide any point on the map location where this particular scene will be visible. By this you can create any kind of game similar to Pokemon Go. Like you can find different type of Pokemons in different places. That was a game very popular few years ago. So that kind of game you can create by this feature, right? And then here in the function, as we have seen, we have all these options. We have seen these two. Now we have animation. So let me show you the animation. So here we can provide many animation. We need to select the target asset. Okay, so here we have selected it, and here I have selected the animation, hover and float. Let's preview. So that's the animation. Okay, so similarly we have different animation, bounce. So this is how the bounce working. Okay, so these are the animation. Now I will create a custom animation. So let me create custom, and then let's provide the position 5, and here for the duration I will provide this. So now if I see the animation, so that is how it is showing over here, but I don't want that bounce. So let me reset it. Okay, it was bounce over here. So let me provide linear. Now let's preview the animation. So that's how it will work, right? So now stop it, and here let's create the animation. Okay, so the animation have been created. Now if I select the object, and for on click we can provide that animation function. Okay, so let's select it. So that is how we can create the animation. Now let me reload the app over here, and here let's see. Okay, so here is the rocket. Now if I tap over here, then here we can see that's how the animation is working. So this is the ReactVision Studio, and this is how with the help of it you can create an AR application pretty easily, and you have lots of options available in this studio. So this is pretty exciting, and that's why I wanted to share with you. I hope you have learned something new from this tutorial. If you do so, then hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this, and let me know by commenting down below. If you have any kind of suggestion for me, then also let me know, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. In the meantime, have a great day. Goodbye.